Jannik Sinner rehires former coach after doping scandal. In a surprising turn of events, Wimbledon champion Jannik Sinner has decided to reinstate Umberto Ferrara as his fitness coach, almost a year after dismissing him due to his connection with Sinner's doping scandal. This decision follows the recent departure of coach Marco Panicci and physiotherapist Ulises Bejo from his team. Umberto significantly contributed to Jannik's growth so far, and his comeback emphasizes our commitment to stability and top-notch performance, a spokesperson for Sinner announced on Wednesday. Last year, Sinner faced a doping controversy after he tested positive for a tiny amount of an anabolic steroid in March. However, this issue was disclosed only in August, just before the U.S. Open, where he ultimately secured his second of 4 Grand Slam titles. Cleared of charges initially, Sinner claimed that he had unknowingly come into contact with the forbidden substance clostebol through a massage provided by his then physiotherapist, Giacomo Naldi. Sinner explained that his fitness coach at the time, Ferrara, had purchased a product in Italy and handed it to Naldi to treat a cut on his finger. Naldi administered the treatment to Sinner without wearing gloves. As a result, Sinner parted ways with Naldi and Ferrara briefly worked with another Italian tennis player, Matteo Berrettini. The World Anti-Doping Agency contested Sinner's acquittal, leading him to accept a 3-month suspension that ended just before the Italian Open in May this year. Fresh from his Wimbledon victory, Sinner is set to compete next month at the Cincinnati Open as he aims to defend his U.S. Open title. What are your thoughts on Sinner's decision to bring Ferrara back? Could focusing on continuity actually improve Sinner's performance, or does this raise concerns about accountability and trust in the sports community? Share your views below. Jannik Sinner rehires Umberto Ferrara, inside the Wimbledon champs team shakeup. Bold news always shakes up the sports world, and here we have a twist that's sparking robust debate. Wimbledon champion Jannik Sinner has decided to bring back his former fitness coach, Umberto Ferrara, nearly a year after parting ways with him over a doping scandal. Last year, Sinner removed Ferrara along with physiotherapist Giacomo Naldi following an investigation into a positive test for the banned substance clostebol in March. But here's where it gets controversial. In a recent shakeup of his training team, Sinner also let go of fitness coach Marco Panicci and physiotherapist Ulises Bejo. Remarkably, he was able to perform at his highest level, clinching the Wimbledon title, even without a full-time team of trainers by his side. According to a statement from his camp, this decision was made in close collaboration with his management as part of an ongoing effort to gear up for upcoming tournaments, including the Cincinnati Open and the U.S. Open. The statement emphasized that Ferrara had played a significant role in Sinner's development over time, and his return signifies a renewed focus on continuity and peak performance at the highest levels of the sport. The explanation behind Ferrara's reappointment remains largely undisclosed, adding another layer of mystery to the story. To provide some context, in February Sinner accepted a 3-month suspension as part of an agreement with the World Anti-Doping Agency. This followed WADA's appeal to the Court of Arbitration for Sport after an independent tribunal had exonerated him in August. After returning to competitive action in May, Sinner faced Carlos Alcaraz in the French Open final, a match he narrowly lost, before later defeating him to claim his Wimbledon title. For those curious about the clostebol incident, Sinner explained that the muscle-building substance inadvertently entered his system. It turned out that physiotherapist Naldi had applied an over-the-counter spray, originally supplied by Ferrara, to his own cut prior to using the treatment on Sinner. This detail, along with the subsequent decisions to fire and now rehire Ferrara, continues to fuel debate among tennis enthusiasts and experts. At last year's U.S. Open, Sinner openly stated that his confidence in his previous team, including Ferrara and Naldi, had waned, which led him to part ways with them. Ferrara's subsequent work with another top player, Matteo Berrettini, further adds to the intrigue. Now, as Sinner plans his comeback at the Cincinnati Open next month with aspirations to defend his U.S. Open title, the decision to reinstate Ferrara becomes another focal point in his evolving support team strategy. This development invites us to question, can a coach's return truly revitalize a player's performance at the pinnacle of the sport? What do you think? Does this move represent a strategic masterstroke or could it be a harbinger of future complications? Join the conversation and share your thoughts on whether rehiring Ferrara is a wise decision or a potential risk in Sinner's quest for greatness. Jannik Sinner rehires Umberto Ferrara, doping case insights. In a surprising turn of events, tennis star Jannik Sinner has decided to bring back Umberto Ferrara as his fitness coach. Ferrara was previously let go after being involved in Sinner's doping case last year. The controversy began when Ferrara purchased a healing spray containing the banned substance clothball, which led to Sinner testing positive for the drug. Despite initially parting ways, Sinner's team announced that Ferrara has been rehired to help prepare for upcoming tournaments, including the Cincinnati Open and U.S. Open. This decision has raised eyebrows and sparked debate among fans and commentators alike. Was rehiring Ferrara the right move, or should Sinner have kept his distance? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.